the modern day game of golf has become very, very technical because it is in the interests of those who teach the game or work within the game for the game to be technical, for their services to be required, and the more money there is in the game, the more technical it seems to become. And of course, many years ago, in the days of Bobby Jones, the game was not a technical game, and we all know how well he played the game. And he tells us on one YouTube video, be very careful not to choose a golf teacher who is an impractical theorist. And so really, I suppose what we've got to do is find a golf teacher who can actually demonstrate what he's actually saying, or who doesn't confuse us, so it warns us about being too technical. And of course, in this modern era, as we call it, it's probably just more of a pupil age than a modern age. And what Bobby Jones has told us is even more applicable than ever. And I do, but whilst the golf swing analysis of the golf swing has become more and more technical, I do think certain things have been left behind, such as looking again at the grip, reviewing the way that we grip the club, and I do think that the idea of actively applying pressure with the first three fingers is actually incorrect. I do think it's very possible that great players have been asked in the past, well, how do you grip the club? And of course, you have more feeling in your fingers than you do the rest of your hand, and really pressure in the fingers comes from applying pressure with the joint of your left wrist. Now there's less feeling in the joint of your left wrist than there is in your fingers, so a player might feel as though they're actively applying pressure with the first three fingers, when really the pressure that they're applying with the first three fingers just comes from applying that pressure in the joint of the left wrist. That activates the pressure with the fingers, and then we've got applying force to the left side of the shaft and the right side of the shaft. So I do think that is one thing that needs to be reviewed in the game. And also, in the past, the old players, they did not walk up to the ball directly from behind as players do now. And I do think that the way players twist themselves around to get into the address position is not quite right. They're getting themselves in, to me, it seems like they're getting themselves into a bit of an uncomfortable position, and in a position where the right hip is put in a little bit of an awkward position and cannot work freely if a player is twisting themselves around. You know, I think that's what happens. So the method that I've just demonstrated there, where I just walk directly up to the ball and just turn my right foot out to an angle of about 45 degrees, and then press down, and then reached out with my left leg, and then when the left foot touches the ground, just pressing down with the left foot, and that brings me body around another 45 degrees, so I'm pretty much in the address position. And also I can stretch the right leg back before I fully address the ball, and that helps the right leg, the right side to work freely in the backswing. So I do think the way we grip the club and the way players walk up to the ball from behind definitely needs to be looked at again.